Ideally, you find work that lets you utilize skills you want to develop or already have. So if you want to direct films, ideally you'd get paid to direct commercials, music videos, or something similar. The difficulty is, these are big industries and are just as difficult to break into and sometimes even more difficult. So we need to look for realistic revenue streams that'll also develop useful skills for your filmmaking future. I started by looking for jobs in the film industry. The advantage of this is that the skills you develop are still relevant to making films, and you have the opportunity to network with people actively working in the film industry. You could go for general jobs like production assistant jobs, or you can go for a niche skill set like being a drone operator or a DIT if you have those skills or want to develop them. The problem is, if you want to direct films, these roles will at most partly align with the skills you want to develop for your own projects. You want to be as close to directing as you possibly can get, or at least in a position where you can observe whoever is directing. In my case, the closest I could get was a film production internship in the office of a film production company. I would try to give you advice on how to secure an internship, but actually I just applied online, and I think I got lucky that my combination of language skills and a bit of experience on short films worked. All I would say is try to gather as much experience and skills as you can on small films and find a way to communicate what you can offer to companies you're applying to. Anyway, the pay was below minimum wage, which was shit and makes this option inaccessible for a lot of people. But I learned a lot about how the industry works at that multi-million euro budget level, which I knew nothing about and otherwise wouldn't have had access to, which is why I'm trying to make as much information as possible publicly available like this, so that everyone can have access to it and not just people who can afford to take no pay or minimum pay to learn this kind of stuff.
Information is power.
Now, what was interesting to me in this internship was that I got to see directors in meetings discussing the development of the projects. It was cool to see that the company's focus was also on the vision for the film and how to support it. Of course, the producers are having very different conversations at this budget level compared to lower budget levels. There were more discussions about the funding bodies involved with the film, implications regarding international co-producing, and certain additional roadblocks that come with larger budgets.